Hi, I'm Kurt. I'm with Travers Tool Company, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is not so much how to read calipers, but how to use them. If you need to learn how to read them, particularly the dial calipers, there's another video just for that purpose. But we're going to go through how to use each one. Now, whether it's a dial caliper like this one, or maybe a digital caliper. How about the least common of all is the Vernier calipers. Every one of them, no matter which type it is, has all these different ways to measure. There's 4 different ways that you measure with a pair of calipers. That's how versatile they are. So let's dive into it and figure out each one. So I have a workpiece here, just something I picked up out of my scrap box actually, and I'm going to use this for all 4 different ways on how to use a caliper. I'm just going to use my dial calipers. That's my favorite, my go-to calipers. But what I measure isn't really important for this video. How I measure it is what we're going to talk about. So most common, the easiest thing to see is that you have these 2 jaws down here. These are the outside jaws. They have the jaws on the inside of them, but they measure the outside of a workpiece. So the way to do that is very easy. You put it on, and as you're putting pressure, so there's a little thumb screw, even if it doesn't have a thumb screw, you can apply pressure on it with your thumb, and that's what you want to do so that it's not crooked. So you want to rock the calipers back and forth while you're still applying pressure on your thumb to keep it closed. And what you want to do is you want to find the smallest measurement that you can find. And what that does is it prevents you from measuring at some cockeyed angle and you get the wrong measurement. So that's the outside jaws because it measures the outside of a part. Next is the inside jaws, and these jaws are on the outside of the jaws, but they measure the inside of a workpiece. So very simply done. Just close it up, put the jaws in there, and then wiggle it around. Just wiggle it back and forth. And this time we're putting pressure not on the thumb. It's not really a thumb screw. That's what I call it. It's more of a wheel than a screw. But I'm just pulling back on it to apply pressure on it to try to open it. And for the inside measurement, you want the largest measurement that you can get. If it's in there crooked, you know, I'm really exaggerating here just to show you my point, but it's not going to give you the right measurement. So it's got to be straight, and just watch as you rock it. Watch that needle move, and when you get your biggest measurement, that's what it is. Okay, and the third one, so we have the outside jaws, the inside jaws. Next, we have the depth rod. So this measures the depth of something. Well, there's a hole in this little piece. It's just a knob, but anyway, the hole doesn't go all the way through. It only goes down so far and then stops. So it's a blind hole. So this part of it, and doesn't matter which one you have. Here's my trusty old Vernier calipers. Still has that depth rod right on the end of it. As well as the digitals, they all have this. So what you could do is extend it way past what you need. Drop that rod down into the hole and find the bottom of the hole. In this case, it's a little bit tapered at the bottom because it was drilled. So it has a little bit of a point down there. And then I'm gonna just slowly push the frame down until it touches the top of the workpiece. So just a little bit closer, putting it in there, drop it down till it touches the workpiece. And when it touches, you don't want it to touch off to the side like this. You want it to go all the way down. so that the frame is on the top of the workpiece and the depth rod is down in the bottom. So that's 3 of them: outside jaws, inside jaws, and depth. So the most overlooked way to measure on calipers is a step. So it's similar to the depth, but it won't get down into a hole. It'll only measure a step, not a pocket. Unless the pocket's huge, then that's different. So here again, all calipers have this, even though very few people know about it. So when I close the calipers, the 2 parts of the frame, so the slide and the frame, meet at exactly the same place up here. So the reason for that is if I want to measure a depth, I hold the frame down with 2 fingers. I put 1 finger on each jaw and hold it down, and then slide it down, and that's your measurement. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned some more about calipers, and if you'd like for me to record a video on how to read Vernier calipers, just comment below the video and I'll do a video about that. They're so uncommon, I doubt I'm going to get a comment, but prove me wrong. Okay, if you want me to do one, I'll do it. But anyway, I hope that using calipers is now easier for you and that you learned something new from this.